All right. Hello again. You make it back on, and thank you for your suggestion to start it over again. I've kind of just been learning to just roll on with the signal challenges because, as I was saying, Uranus retrograde in any sign typically causes communication delays, much similar to Mercury retrograde. So they're masculines that I'm picking up on are having money problems and boundary problems because of emotional problems. And it kind of reminds me of some happens in a reading is part of the reading. And so it's likely that there's some glitching. Oh, and it made sure it was reversed too. That's fun. Okay, so emotional situations. And we've got the hanged man reversed, or we got the hanged man on the bottom. Wow, and the Eight of Pentacles in the hot topic. Well, the Eight of Pentacles reversed in the hot topic. It's likely that they're You know what? With this connection problems going on in here and with Uranus retrograde, interesting. Yeah, they're getting caught in a web. They're getting caught in a net of cycles. But I think that because of the medicine wheel in there and the continuation, and then we had the freedom card in there and the emerging, I think what it is they're starting to have this kind of Groundhog's Day effect, which is really interesting. Let's see. What is Okay, so new way. Rather than like in the movie Groundhog's Day, the guy tries and tries and tries to get out of it in like well, shallow ways at first, like the things that make sense to just do. Like first he celebrates and he has this like great time and okay, sure. It was a little freaky at first, but now I'm just going to have fun. But then he gets really bored of it and it starts to drive him nuts. He starts to get really really creative to try to get out of it. And spirit in that move out of the situation, finding a way to be grateful for his situation and have fun with it. And I'd imagine that this is an old lesson for these masculines. This could even be several. What this tells me is that they're feeling the weight of all that armor that they've been keeping around them, not being open to love, not having fun, confusing the idea of what it means to be an adult. And what they need to do is choose a new cycle. They need a new beginning and they need to allow themselves to experience the emotional spectrum and not just be so locked up. How about this? Let's see what will get these masculines out of this Groundhog's Day experience, and maybe that's not the question for the moment. Let's see. Well, that's interesting. Usually, yeah, I'm getting a tingle on that. That's not a question we're supposed to be asking right at the moment. Okay. So, all right. If you're watching this, or now or later, think about calling in your DM's 5D self and ask them to join us. And I'm going to ask the cards, like, what do they want us to know right now? Right now. Oh, interesting. Okay. And again, the hand on the bottom with the shadow card position. So that suggests to me it's partly dealing with patience, but it's also surrender. And like that's the third time. And I mean, it did get shuffled in while I was doing that. So it didn't just remain there on the bottom. That suggests to me that we're both supposed to surrender. Both DFs and DMs. And that's kind of the answer to the question before that I just asked that the cards didn't come out in is that's our shadow work right now to surrendering to the situation and doing the Groundhog's Day thing. Learn to be grateful and accepting of what you have in whatever way it's showing up right now. Hermit reverse. So they want us to know they're feeling kind of antisocial right now. They don't really know what to do. And in many ways, spirit is putting them in kind of a universal boundaries. It's also removing their ability to communicate and use that as like a way to avoid what they were supposed to be doing. And it's bringing in a lot of, I mean, we have that ant card and we have the hair card. And it's usually I would go for that as like rabbits as in, cuteness and things like that, but actually what I'm getting the sense of is rodents. And I have been hearing and seeing a lot of synchronicities to do with rats and mice, which at least in terms of the journey as I've experienced it so far tend to represent thievery and people that are, making attached to karmic energy. And it's when spirit's saying, pay attention to little things, inconsistencies, things like that. And, I'm also getting the sense that for a fair amount of you where your masculines are not talking, For some of you, they are they're either now single or they've actually been single for a while, but have been giving the idea that they've been communicated that. But yeah, like what I'm getting the sense of is that they're going through what a lot of us had to go through when separation first occurred, is they're having to learn to use their intuition. And if you are one of the many DFs that have been focusing on enjoying your life and feeling grateful, and you're just not so focused on being on constantly trying to communicate with them, they might also be feeling like they've lost that energy coming in from you. That's not a bad thing. And in fact, for a lot of them, that is actually getting them to this challenges going on. Let's see. Let's clarify the Two of Swords. What's going on with the Two of Swords? Spirit, is this a for any of you that know your cards very well, you'll know why I'm laughing. Five of Wands in reverse. Drama. Drama, drama, drama. That's why they're not thought that there would be good communication, but the 5 of Wands in reverse is just straight up drama. Every time I've seen that card come up, even when I thought that it would be interpreted in a different way, it is drama. And I think for some DMs, they're actually they're always manifesting it, but I think they might be consciously manifesting that to some degree, to try to exit the situation, and I'm really feeling called to that too because look at how she's holding. Even the Six of Cups has an X in it. I'm really yeah, the exit, looking for the exit, but that makes me laugh. So if you have a DM who is not talking with you, they are either no, you know what? I was gonna say they're either afraid of the drama that might be created. Energy is being sucked up by drama in their karmic situationships. For some of them, that's partially intentional from the karmics they're with if they have particularly unevolved or toxic karmics, because a lot of times when we feel like our partner is withdrawing and we have like anxious attachment or fearful avoidant attachment, when we feel like they're pulling away rather than just saying, "Hey, honey, I feel like you're pulling away. What's going on?" Instead, let's see, can we get another clarifier on this Two of Swords communication stuff with the reversed. How about this? What's this Five of Wands drama about this reversed Five of Wands drama about spirit? I'm still gonna laugh if the card pops up that I think it's gonna be. No, it's not the card I thought it would be, but still. So Chariot reversed. And what that tells me is that masculines are unhappy that they're feeling broke. They're feeling like they've got no momentum. They actually probably feel like they are worse off than they started out when they got in with their karmic situationship. And they feel a little bit outnumbered too, but they're really unhappy that things are falling apart and stressful, and that's causing a lot of reactivity. And if they're not communicating with you, I would actually at this point take that as a good sign, because they are likely one trying looking like I don't typically get a whole bunch of cards that are like, yep, money's bad and communication's bad and X's and things like that. It's usually kind of one topic. The Page of Swords in reverse. Now, hmm, because there's many meanings for this card, so I'm trying to pick up on what is it specifically right now. I think for right now, with the Hermit and that they chose the wrong people to be loyal to. And for a fair amount of them, they're feeling like their privacy has been violated. And I think part of that being antisocial and the communication issues is they may have either voluntarily given up access to like their social media, or have found out that their karmics put some sort of spy app on their phones, or it might even be that they have karmics that just take their phones like right out of their hands. And in upright, often it's kind of like an immature energy of somebody who's like just kind of keeping track of you. Like they're lurking, but it's in a sweet sort of way. And it's grounded, it's small, and manipulative ways. And so they're, yeah, yeah. See, we got Four of Cups reversed on the bottom, which is kind of my brat card. That's the way I kind of consider it. And it's they're ready to be done with the situation. They're not satisfied with the options that they've had, and they want to take one option. They don't, the one thing that they consider is not an option, but they recognize there's a big mess. There's a lot of things going on. Their momentum screwed up, their money screwed up, their manifestulate a lot of things. They try to manipulate their family. They want to be the one who is looked up to, who everybody asks permission to do things. And why were you 5 minutes late for work? Or why didn't you call me right at the minute that you were off work? Or who did you talk to? Or what did they say? Or why did they say it like that? And why did you do this? Or why did you apologize for that? You shouldn't have done that. Or just they're constantly, I'm getting a lot of air sign energy in here. There may be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius dominant energy in there. They're exhausting masculines with all of this communication and, I mean, just feeling violated in so many different ways. And I think they're using that to their benefit, though, because what I'm getting the sense of, especially with that ant card and the hair and the knight in shining armor in reverse, I think that especially if some of you have gotten some strange communication lately, like say that your DMs have not been they've not been communicating emotionally very much lately, like, you might get a "Hi, how are you?" again. I think a fair amount of those masculines are actually using that to kind of, like, get they know their karmics are going to see it anyways. They're gonna look at it, there's no way around it, they can't delete it, they get in trouble, they can't not talk about it, they get in trouble, so they're leaving it there intentionally to say, "Look, I'm making a move towards my feminine," but without actually saying it because they know there's gonna be drama anyways, and they're gonna they're leaving that stuff there, sorta like how they may have, left you Easter eggs or breadcrumbs to let you know that they're thinking about you, that they do want you and they wanna get out of their doing this and allowing the fights to be kicked up anyways because things are so screwed up. But I'm also getting called to the star in the hermit card that is reversed. They're kind of starting to follow a little more inner guidance. In fact, that 2 of swords, I'm feeling like they are it's a combination between that whole thing, like, if I can't see you, you can't see me. They're kind of doing that with divine feminines. They're hoping if they can't see you, also aware that there is a greater connection and that by being quiet, you have an idea that something is going on. But they're hoping that you're not gonna know as much, and they're really feeling reactive and emotional right now, so it's kind of one of those if they're not talking to you, it's because they're just on that precipice of, like, venting everything going on, like, "Oh my gosh, this karmic is driving me batshit crazy, and I don't know what to do, and I wanna get out of it," but then they don't wanna tell you that and then keep their trap shut, and let's see. I wanna know what the hot topic card is. Oh, this is interesting. So this is the card on the top of the deck, and I call this my hot topic card. 3 of cups reversed for me often is an, infidelity card, and sometimes the page of swords can also represent that, as can the 5 of wands. Let's see what's in the heart of the matter. Oh, 8 of cups reversed, yeah. Somebody is trying to walk away. Somebody has been entertaining multiple love. Ask what's masculine's what are collectively masculine's next move? I just saw 22:21 on the clock, which is 7. Some more chariot energy in there. But let's see, what's their next move? Most likely. This can change even after this reading. So most likely. Well, that's not great masculines, juggling. They're gonna go back to focus they're gonna try to go back to focusing on work. Some of them may try to juggle a little bit more of the situation, get more Ace of Pentacles reversed, and they're gonna masculines with that 2 of Pentacles can also be playfulness, and it's got the infinity symbol on it, which has been a theme that has been coming up also and can be a part of the twin flame connection. Let's get a clarifier on that. What does this mean there, 2 of Pentacles? Interesting, that jumped right out. The Knight of Cups. I want to get it. I'm going to shuffle these a little bit more. Get one more clarifier card, please, Spirit, on that 2 of Pentacles there. I really don't want to get the sense that they're going to juggle a lot more. I mean, it is kind of adorable at this point, but I know it can be frustrating. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. The smoke has gone out, so that's an interesting sign. You know what's interesting? The way I accidentally laid these cards out, I have the 2 of Pentacles, and I suppose even more so if they have Earth sign dominant in there because we've got all 3. If they have those, then it's likely that they you know what I'm kinda getting the sense of is that they feel like there's competition, and I'm getting the sense that this is more to do with their karmic situation, like, they're feeling it and now they think about it, with that homophones card, we have 3 knight cards that, like, karmics who have been juggling them, and they're being faced with other masculines in there, and it's killing off the situation that they had because it came out this way. Those contracts are being broken, and they're I guess I'm just feeling like too for some DMs, they're gonna try to continue juggling. They're gonna try to continue kind of being Knight of Cups with you, but little bit and immature, and being Knight of Wands, passionate with the karmic. But what I'm really feeling stronger actually is that they're learning to create a balance amongst themselves that they're going to use to come towards their divine feminines between being Knight of Cups and being Knight of Wands. And really, what it is right now is they're still trying to free themselves from those contracts. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse can sometimes mean a divorce. That fits in very well with the Devil reverse. Now, I'm going to leave the Rider Thwaite cards there because we can just go on and on and on with that. And I'm going to get my Divine Circus cards out. Oh, this is interesting. I thought I put this one back in. This was in the last reading. Two of Wands vibe off of that today. Or not. Wow, did I say Two of Wands? I was thinking Two of Cups, but saying Two of Wands is interesting. They're making choices. They're deciding about things. Is what crowd do they want to follow, and or do they want to follow a crowd at all? Thank you for clearing these, Spirit. Oh, well, all right then. One clear, and then we jump out. Ooh, that's a good card. Okay. It's a good sign too. We actually got cards. So we have more hermit energy in here. And Voice of an Angel is the 13th card. So we've got some death card energy and emperor energy. And it's got a crow in one of the cards, which it has been a theme coming up also. So if you're seeing crows or black feathers, that could be communication from your DM, and it may be related to the, if you're seeing a lot of images of fishes, that could be related there too. I'm seeing a lot of blue energy, so definitely the communication stuff, but considering the clarification we have, I think it's pretty clear. If your DMs are not talking with you right now, don't take it as a they're not choosing me or they don't want to talk to me or even that they're being immature. They are wrapped up, they're like head to toe in their own karmic drama right now, which is actually a good thing. It's kind of divine intervention because if they didn't end their situation already, and not it's not saying that they haven't tried, but if they haven't done it, spirit is coming in and creating all sorts of towers. A lot of these cards, the ways they've come out are like mini towers, and that's not surprising to me. All right, let's look at Go Fish first. I love your nose, just waiting to be recognized. At other times, what you want is more like a treasure hidden within the depths of your oceanic being. Sorry, it's misspelled in the book, which is really funny. You have to go deep. You have to go diving deep to find what you desire. What you want most, need, desire, and crave has been bubbling up from within you. It is rising up from the depths of you now. It's time for you to discover an inner treasure. It's time to go fish. Which, I just got the image in there when I was saying earlier in the reading that some of them are kind of using their communication with you if they're communicating. Okay, you are an ocean of consciousness, deep and vast, and filled with so much creativity, energy, and healing power. Did you know this about yourself? Even if you did, you are about to discover that there is more to you than you realize. Oh, hang on a second. Within those hidden depths, there is a magnificent, undiscovered magic which wants to come alive in your world. There's something true, and you know what's funny? The fact that my phone rang at that time is probably relevant to where we were in that. So masculines are about to discover there's more to themselves than they realize. Yes, so within those hidden depths, there is a magnificent undiscovered magic which wants to come alive in your world. There's something truly wonderful wanting to capture your attention. It wants to be caught. So much so, it's practically jumping out of your inner ocean, like a flying fish, wanting to get your attention and a place in your world. That reminds me of a reading that Divine Maverick recently did. I think it was titled A Heart About to Burst Wide Open. You might want to check that out. The Oracle of Go Fish says that there are powers, abilities, gifts, and new ways of being surging up from your unconscious mind. You are bringing forth more of who you are, but it is the you that you haven't really known existed before. So at times, it's going to be surprising, exciting, or even a little uncomfortable as you get used to the extra energy stirring up from within, which is life has been lacking in dance, music, meditation, being in or near water, going to an aquarium, expressing yourself creatively in any way will help you catch the fish from your inner ocean that will feed your body, mind, and soul with all you need to become the gloriously vibrant, boldly colorful being you are destined to be. And I'm definitely feeling strongly on this. This reminds me of earlier on in the separation, and actually, I want to say a good like 15 years ago before we started our full union, is that I started getting back into music. And when I started getting back into music for me, that included karaoke, playing guitar, producing music, things like that. My masculine started reconnecting with me naturally, and he was always at a much more evolved level than before. So, you know, when we heal, they heal. But do it for yourself, not for them. But when you do that, you can help them. So you can take that advice and there, work on your art. If you doodle, work on that. If you make music, do that. If you just like to sing, do it more in the car if you can, or get a karaoke app or do something like that. Affirmation with this is treasures once hidden are now revealed, and every part of my life is effortlessly healed. How fitting, right? So let's see. 13, voice of an angel. I keep seeing in my mind too, there's another card in here called Supernova. I thought the Go Fish was the Supernova card, and I'm not going to read it, but I know that that card is about deciding to take a risk and embrace. It's like a leap of faith and embracing that even if it gets messy for a minute, it will be worth it. So it's kind of embracing tower card potentials for that matter. Let's see, voice of an angel. You have something to say. There is a unique voice within you that wants to be expressed creatively in the world, whether it is a conversation you need to have, a truth stated, a song to be sung, or a book to be written. Honor your voice. Know that it is inspired and can help not only your own spiritual growth, but support others on their paths too. I just realized too, both of these cards have to do with music. So if you already have a strong connection with music with your at least their 5D self is. Their 3D self may or may not be aware. It depends on where you are on the timeline. Let's see. If you do not inspiration to flow, you will feel blocked, as though something that needs to happen naturally is not happening. It is an uncomfortable sensation that can lead to feelings of depression, self doubt, lack of confidence, and eventually wear away at your self esteem, which feels like that Eight of Wands reversed there. Sometimes we unintentionally are afraid that we are making it up, that we will be judged to fail or deliver a worthy expression of the idea. Maybe we think someone else will do it better anyway. A fair amount of masculines have been in that energy of like both with you, like thinking, you know what, if I just stay away long enough, I'm sure that they'll forget about me and someone much better will come along. Especially if they're with a karmic that has been playing jealousy games and re-triggering things like that. And on the other side, have lost touch with their music, with their art, with things like that. And when they do that, they lose touch with themselves. And when they lose touch with themselves, they lose touch with their connection with their twin. And if they are doing that, that means that you also are doing that. So if you've been over focused on them, start to look at your other passions. What artistry, what passion, what things make you feel intense in good ways, and focus on that stuff. Get into that because when you get into that, you help make room and space for them to get into that. Or get back into it, I should say. When the oracle, the voice of an angel, appears, you are being given two pieces of guidance. Firstly, your idea, intuition, or imagination is not off base, but spot on for your creativity. The universe is letting you know you are being sent a muse, the inspiration you need to find your own true voice. Secondly, you are to have trust, courage, and confidence in yourself and to follow through on the gift of an idea that has been given to you. This is not the time to keep quiet, play it safe, hold yourself back, or allow others to step up and speak for you. It is time to speak your truth, to express yourself, to have confidence in your own ideas. They will require action. They will require action in the physical world, and therefore you will attract opportunities to bring what started as a wonderful idea into material reality. If you want to manifest something and have already been working to that end, Voice of an Angel confirms that this is my voice is clear and true. I speak, create, and express from an authentic place within me. Which, wow, I got a big feeling on that one too, because a lot of the Uranus retrograde energy, along with the Aries energy, right now we are in a really big place where authenticity is carnival. It becomes part of the funhouse mirrors, which I did some readings on that within the last few months. You might want to check them out. What it is it's distortions though. And when we are inauthentic, it's often because we're distorting things. We think that somebody won't like us, or we fear rejection or abandonment, things like that. And for those of you watching, whether divine femme or divine masculine, face your fears right now, because facing your fears and embracing the absurdity of just being authentically yourself, you're going to have amplified blessings in that, and you're going to make room for your twin to be able to do that too. And